Hi, Tartaros here with another update for Glory of Rome Remastered. And today I start early on in the game because I've updated something, some loading screens and a new background. There's a little animation here. I think it's looking good so far. I've also done a lot of text work. The factions now have proper descriptions, so you can read and inform yourself about the faction you want to play. It's very detailed, at least how Wikipedia can make the details. There are also new icons here for the faction leaders, which are mostly from Rome 2, and updated the mini-maps for factions which I changed. And I've added new names database, which is quite a task, but is now able to produce a lot of names for factions like Sicily and factions which are in vanilla very sparse with names, and they now have a good range. Also Iberian names, Illyrian names, and so on. And with all the new names, there come a new family tree. For example, here the Seleucid Empire with a lot of names and children and families, and overall a good range of nice names. And I've also updated unit costs. There was a comment that at some point money is too easy, and now with the new resources and updated economy buildings, money was quite easy to make. It is still, but to counterbalance the surplus, you now have to pay a lot more for good quality troops. So mid and late game should be interesting to field good armies, because you need a good economy at some point to afford all this. And for example, here such good units like Agora Speedi, they tripled nearly in costs, and other units are still quite expensive. 500 for good cavalry. Also Levy Pikemen 300. I think it's a good balance for now. For example, the Seleucids here, if you level the taxes with a short auto manage, you'll have a decent surplus at point 1, and you can afford updating your economy step by step, building mines and roads, ports, and so on. And you can afford expanding your empire, but without trolling the game with money. It's still an issue. You need to be careful and try to conquer and go for taxes. This line here with mints and with coinages here and level taxes, it's very important. And this is also intended to make the game a little bit more economical. So I will show you the Romans. Here we are. And they will also start with new prices for units, which are quite expensive, but similar balanced. And then now we have allied tribes here and are able to produce a mix of units based on their political status. You can see here, if you update your settlement, here's a blacksmith needed for the Principes, also a blacksmith and a city barrack. And yeah, you will get units step by step. You have to lay a focus on buildings very much and on political issues. For example, here the Romans have an issue with religion. So once you get this sorted and have another more complex aspect in the game, you can try to conquer all of this. I've also got a comment for adding Syracuse here in Sicily, and I will add some more factions for the next build, which are planned as scripted factions, because I need some at some point, but it's still a surprise. But with the adding of these factions, I will also add Syracuse and bring a good balance to the island here, make it much more challenging conquering Sicily or southern Italy in general. Yeah, this will also be done in the next time. So there are some tasks balancing all the factions, because I need to readjust every garrison here. They have to be small, because the money is still an issue, but I can also show you here the faction effects if you auto manage. My goal is to make it slightly in the surplus, so you can start with your initial money, lay focus on 1 or 2 settlements you like to conquer, and then expand your factions or your faction to your liking. You can turtle. It's totally possible to turtle around, make some trade agreements, and stay where you are. But your neighbors will come after you at some point. I think at turn 20. This is a vanilla mechanic. It's a total war game. So at one point you will have to fight for everything. Besides this, the factions will get political buildings like the Romans have, and also an updated recruitment. And with this, I think the build will grow very steadily. Yeah. So far, if you like what you see, leave a like, leave a comment. If you have anything to add or suggestions, whatever, I like to hear it. And yeah, maybe it's part of the next update, because yeah, I like comments and ideas and everything else. So feel free to share your thoughts, and as always, have fun. Up to the next time. Bye.